Siberius, and we about to get serious. It's the real Siberius, making fanboys furious.
Hello, YouTube, and welcome to The Real Siberius. On this episode, I want to talk about the Bleacher Report's top 15 Purest shooters. First of all, shout out to Geloso Nation, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, for posting a video about this and then suggesting it to me. Please go and check out his channel. I will leave a link to it in the description. So I made a video about the ridiculousness that is Bleacher Report when they ranked Kobe 11th all time. So we already know they're a fucking joke, but let's take a look at this list and talk about the way it is criminally wrong and hugely disrespectful. So before I even talk about the names on the list, let's talk about the names not on the list. And this is in no specific order, but the fact that these names are not on the list is fucking crazy. Reggie Miller, Mark Price, Larry Bird, Dirk Nowitzki, Chris Mullin, Ray Allen, Oscar Robertson, Jerry West, Wilt Chamberlain. How in the fuck do you have a top 15 Purest scorers in NBA history without any of these names on that list? Have you ever watched basketball in your life? How can you have the viewership, subscribers, followers, and popularity that Bleacher Report has and know nothing about the fucking game that you're talking about? I just don't get it. This shit is insane. This list pissed me off. So let's talk about a few of the names on it. Steph Curry, I don't have any problem with Steph Curry being on that list. Should he be number one? Abso-fucking-lutely not. Kevin Durant, fine. I was going to say he deserves a place in the top 15. The fact that Michael Jordan is number 3 is abhorrent. Joel Embiid on this list, somebody should get punched in the face. LeBron on this list. Wow. How the fuck is a guy that shoots 38% from outside of 3 feet and only makes uncontested dunks, layups, and three-point shots one of the purest scorers in NBA history? Really? The reality is, I'm not an SGA fan. I'm just not. People can think whatever they want to about him, fine. Maybe he's a great player for this era, but to me that means very little. He hasn't been around long enough to be one of the purest scorers of all time. George Gervin, I don't have a problem with. He should be on the list. Luka, no. Nikola, no. Kobe, 10th? Dude, Bleacher Report, just say you fucking hate Kobe. Like, you put him on the list because you know that somebody would probably burn your office to the fucking ground if you left him off of it. But 10th? Wow. Giannis, I don't even think he deserves to be on the list. Kyrie, yes, he deserves to be on the list. Shaq, he was a great scorer, but again, incredibly close to the basket. I don't think he belongs on there. Donovan Mitchell, no. Karl Malone, sure, I don't have a problem with him being on the list. What the fuck are you people? Do you know what pure score means? To be a purest scorer in NBA history, you need to be able to score points all over the court. At the basket, in the paint, top of the key, three-point line, mid-range, everywhere. I think that is a defining characteristic of being on this list. And half the list is a fucking joke. I just don't get it. I mean, To me, the most egregious person left off of this list is Larry Bird. How the fuck do you not have Larry Bird on this list, but you do have LeBron and Embiid? Wow. Reggie Miller? Mark Price? Ray Allen? Oscar Robinson? Jerry West? Wilt Chamberlain? Come on. You easily left off 5 of the best shooters in league history. And I know that the list isn't saying top 15 best shooters, but the best shooters are the best scorers. Shooting within 3 feet of the basket is not a pure scorer. You're a scorer. You're not a pure scorer. Every time, every single time anybody rates the NBA nowadays, I genuinely have to question, have they ever watched the NBA? They have to fall into that category that Adam Silver talks about of just watching highlights. There's no way that you could have watched any past eras in the NBA. Because if you had, you couldn't leave these names off of your list. And you certainly wouldn't have to shoehorn the names that are on this list because they do not belong. They have no place on this list whatsoever. I'm not really a big fan of making lists. Like that's just not really my thing. I did make a video about my all-time top 5 in contrast to my all-time favorite 5, because those are 2 very different things. And I actually, because that video did not get a lot of views, I'll actually re-upload it just because I'm curious what you guys will think. I'm curious what you'll think about my all-time top 5, and I'm curious what you'll think about my all-time favorite 5. Because I think people miss the distinction between those two. I think they miss the distinction between favorite player and best player. All-time top 5, all-time favorite 5. They're just not the same. Anyway, this is a slightly shorter video. If you made it to the end, I certainly appreciate it. As always, I do want to give a shout out to the content creators that continue to inspire me to do this. Uncommon Sense, Angry Old Hoops, Self-Researched NBA Facts, 93Z, Sports and Fitness Rants, Uncut Hoops, Beam Engine, In Your Face Hoops, Eddie TV, King Speech Row, Goatcast Hoops, DZ Shooting. I always appreciate your guys' takes, your perspectives, and your humor. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.